I'm out here walking Rocky, nice day out, in my Crocs. I really like them. I really like the Crocs. But that's the point. You know, I just thought I'd get on here and talk a little bit about what I'm most likely going to be doing in the future, which is buying a camper. I mean, I need a second car, but other than the second car, I looked at the camper. I've been looking at it for a couple years, and I feel like it's a better option, cheaper option at that. Get scared over that. It's a cheaper option what I'm doing now. Right now, I'm paying a decent little chunk of change for where I'm staying, and it would cut down my costs and technically rent more than half. But we'll see. It's one thing I've learned in life is that you can plan for something in your future, but it doesn't mean that it's actually going to happen. For instance, you can sit there and say, oh yeah, I want to be a doctor. Get out the mud. And then all of a sudden, you're not a doctor. You could be a cop, plan on being a cop, and all of a sudden something in your future that you don't know about, like for instance, you could be a felon or, something like that. You could have some crime that happens in your future and then you can't become a cop. What are you getting scared over? But, that's just the way I always like to have plans and, things set into the future to eventually happen, but you never know what will happen because everything happens for a reason. So we'll see. But I had a nice 4th of July weekend. The nice little 4 days is nice. Because, me, I don't, one of these days I want to be able to have a way to make passive income and do things so I don't have to rely on another person. Like open my own business or something like that. Because eventually I want to do travel. I haven't really been anywhere, except for one state that I currently stay in, and then I've traveled, through states to get somewhere else, but I haven't really actually traveled to, somewhere where I wanted to go, if that makes sense. But, it is what it is. But yeah, I know there's pros and cons to living in a camper or the RV life or whatever you want to call it. I know there's a lot of pros and a lot of cons to it, but, if I ever needed to move, for instance, just say something happened with my job, or, my fiance's family lives in a different state. If we wanted to go up and uproot our lives from here to that other state, we could. And we would have a place of our own. We wouldn't have to sit there and stay, in their house. You know what I mean? But that's just some little thoughts. But the one thing that I've always believed in is you should always plan for the future. Always have some plans, plan A, plan B, plan C. And, just try to save as much money as you can and do whatever you got to do to get to your goals. Because your goals are achievable if you actually work towards them. Yeah, some of them, like, for instance, getting into the NFL. Not everybody that plays football throughout middle school, high school, and then college will get into the NFL. But you could always try to work towards those goals and then build off of it. But that's just me. That's just the way I think. I always try to have a positive outlook on life. Even though life really is never fair and it actually doesn't go your way a lot of the times. But it never hurts to dream and do your best to follow, Yeah, it's just my little 2 cents. Yep. Here's my little dog. And hopefully you guys have a good one, you know? I mean, be safe out there. Do whatever you guys got to do to make your life better.